Hi there, welcome to the archives. It's gray and dark and ugh here, but happy Friday for me and Arya. Today we're going to return to 50 goddesses, spirits, saints, and other female figures who have shaped belief. It's written by Dr. Janina Ramirez and it is illustrated by Sarah Walsh. So today I thought I would get into Anat. There's been a whole lot going on in the Middle East and Western Asia. Bombing campaigns in Lebanon. I saw yesterday Lebanon was getting rained on. Iran, there's a ceasefire supposedly now. I'm still thinking about Gaza. So I just wanted to go back to that area of the world, the Middle East and Western Asia. And so this is Anat. She is it says here she's a Middle Eastern goddess of war and peace. So this is Anat. And this is the image for her. So it says that there are Aria, please be careful. So it says there are three major world religions. They grew out of the Middle East: Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. That ordering is interesting because it put Judaism last when Judaism was first. So it should actually be Judaism, Christianity, and then Islam came after. So ordering matters, right? I think sometimes with all of these have their own supremacy. You can have Christian supremacy, Jewish supremacy, even Muslim supremacy. So be careful, right? Judaism did come first. Christianity came after. Islam came after that. And so it says people who follow these religions worship at least one God. But we know that their ancestors in this area, including the Canaanites, mentioned in the Christian and Hebrew Bible, worshipped many deities. So again, this idea of just one and one God, it was foreign to a lot of communities prior to the emergence of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, right? Buddhism, for instance, was there before all of these. Hinduism, even earlier, right? Hinduism is one of the first earliest religions, and it had multiple deities. So one of the most important goddesses in this area was worshipped about 4,000 years ago. Right? Again, 4,000 years ago is before Christ was born. The assumption is today is 2026, the year 2026. That means it's been 2,026 years since Christ was born. Jesus would have been said to be born in technically year zero, year one, right? And so now we're in 2026. That means it's 2,000 years after Christ was born. But 2,000 years before Jesus was born, life still happened, right? It didn't just start with Jesus. And the Bible starts with Adam and Eve, and other places it started before that. So 4,000 years ago, Anat was really, really popular. Her stories were recorded on ancient clay tablets. It says that she's passionate about everything, including violence. She's extremely beautiful. Again, one of the beautiful ones. And she's often shown with animal features such as cow horns, bird wings, and she uses her bird wings to zoom with speed. She's a daughter of El, and El is a supreme god. So again, even when there's multiple deities, there's still one supreme creator, right? So she's a daughter of the big guy, and she has three brothers: Baal, who is the god of storms. She loves Baal very dearly. Then there's Yam. Yam is a god of swirling seas. And there's Mot. And Mot is the god of death. And she hates Mot. They don't get along. So there's some sibling rivalry between her and her other sibling. Again, you see her with the horns there and the skulls around her neck and the wings. And so in one story, her brother Yam, he was hungry for power. He wanted to take over as king of all the gods. her father, Asset, Anan make preparations for a fabulous coronation ceremony. She had other plans, okay? Instead, she encouraged her brother Baal to fight Yam for the right to be ruler. So she's a little instigator. She's like, I don't think Yam deserves to be the ruler. I think my brother Yam, who I love dearly, should be the ruler. Also, remember at these times, sometimes there was incest, so people's brothers would become their husbands. So we don't know if there's a little bit of that, right? So soon, there was a vicious battle. Yam, the one she likes, launched an army of sea creatures at her other brother. No, Baal is the one she liked, right? Yeah. So Yam is just like, no, I'm going to win. Baal, who is the one she likes, basically, he had 2 magical clubs, okay? And they managed to pound Yam to death. So the brother she likes just basically hammers the other brother to death. Now he has ultimate power. He wanted a magnificent palace that's fit for a king. And so in devotion to her favorite brother, Anat goes to their father, and she demands that he builds a spectacular court for her brother. With earthquakes shaking around her, she curses highly unnecessary Arya. She curses their father. She threatens that his hair will flow with blood if he doesn't do what she wants. So she's manipulating him. And eventually she gets her way. Baal gets Arya. She has this thing where she loves jumping on the curtains right now. And so she gets her way. Her brother gets his throne, and he announces that all the other gods has to recognize him as king, and they all do but one, right? His brother Mot, remember the god of death, who she doesn't like, he refuses to recognize his brother as a king. And so now Baal has another battle with the other brother, and Mot is a terrifying lord of the Underworld. He drags Baal down into the realm and kills him. Anat is devastated. Her favorite brother is gone. And so she claws her skin. Never-ending tears drench her face. In anger, she charges into Mot's kingdom. She grabs him. She's like, "Where's my brother?" And Mo is basically like, I crushed him in his jaws. And so she's angry. She wants revenge. And Anat attacks her brother, Mo. She slashes him with her sword. And even that's not enough for her. She wants to reduce him to dust. She is a woman scorned, right? So she burns his body, grounds up his ashes. She scatters it all across the fields so Mo can never return. It says, as he's dying, Baal, remember the brother, her favorite brother who was killed? He rises from the death, back from life. He comes back to life. And she can't believe this is a miracle. She hugs her brother. She's so happy. She's still covered in Mot's blood. And so it's a sign of her bloodthirsty nature. The goddess is often described as wearing a necklace of skulls, which I showed, and a skirt made of human hands. So you can see the skirt made of human hands and the skulls. So basically, she has an ability to destroy people, sometimes whole towns. Rage, vengeance, ancient arrowheads were inscribed son of Anat, and basically it would just describe a really powerful warrior. And so she's not only known for war, she's also known for peace, right? The duality, war and peace. And so she's celebrated for bringing its opposite. Her stories spread through ancient Egypt, and pharaohs like Ramirez II named his children Bintanath, which means daughter of Anat, in her honor. And so more people are looking out for stories of her. In the past, she is an example for women who fight to get what they want. Okay, so this is Anat. And this is it for 50 Goddesses, Spirits, and Saints by Janina, Ramirez, and Sarah Walsh. Okay, so I'll be back to share some more from here. Until next time, in solidarity.